Hello everyone, Slothcakes here, and welcome to another episode of The Rule of Cool, where I go through a game and rate the supers on how cool they look. Now today we're going to be tackling a mainline fighting game, and that's going to be Guilty Gear Strive. And I am very excited to show Guilty Gear on the channel, since I'm a huge fan of the series. But like usual, I went on Tier Maker and made a tier list for you guys to follow along, or if you want to make your own, link will be down in the description. And also, before we jump in, just to make things clear, you're going to see the tier list and you're going to see things labeled 1 and 2. Just to make things simple, because fitting the entire name of a super would be really difficult in that tiny box. The number 1 represents the first super the character has if you look down the command list, and the number 2 represents the second super they have if you scroll down the command list, just to make things fairly simple and just so you can visually see it from far away. But anyways, let's jump right in. Alright, let's start things off with Soul Bad Guy and do his iconic Tyrant Rave. What can I say? Tyrant Rave still looks cool. It's been the exact same throughout the years. A gut punch with a straight punch with a whole lot of fire and explosions happening. It's great. Now it has been the same move, like just with every game, so like the shock value of it hasn't really changed for me, so I do kind of just look at it as like a regular ass move. That being said, I do like in this game how Soul looks like he's putting much more energy to it, but I do like Revelators a little bit more. I just like the smirk Soul does in the beginning compared to this game, but I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I would give this a B tier. It's standard, I wasn't surprised with anything, it's Tyrant Rave, it's gonna be the exact same move. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's still good. Now for Soul's next move, Heavy Mob Cemetery. Oh, I love this one so much! Oh, wait, let me just... Oh, I love the effect of him going into Dragon Install. I just gotta get this off my chest. I hate how Soul does not have his Dragon Install. It's such a cool looking move, but let's not get into that. What about this move? It's cool. He dives at the enemy. Let me show you at a distance. He transforms into Dragon Install. It looks very cool. Grabs you, goes up into the air and dunks you and a giant volcano happens. That's great looking. I'll give that a high A. That is very good looking. I don't want to give anything an S right now, or like, because you know we've only seen one thing so far. But right now that is very solid. This is either an S or a high A. I can't really say anything bad about it. It just looks so great, and you know it is a complete new move, which is pretty nice because Soul's always had like the same things throughout the games. Now let's go with Kai Kiski, or how this game pronounces it, Kai Kisk. Always weird how they switch between the pronunciations with each iteration, but anyways. Ride the Lightning. This is the same thing I had with Soul, where Kai's always had this move, and actually let me just show it one more time. He does a like spin slash at the end, which does look cool. That being said, I've never been a fan of Kai's Ride the Lightning. I don't know why, I just haven't really liked it that much. Maybe just because of how it looks, of it's just being a horizontal moving hitbox. It's never been my cup of tea. I'm not saying it's like a bad looking move, I'm just saying I've never enjoyed looking at it. That being said, I like Sin's, his son's Ride the Lightning significantly more. I think his looks much more better, but that's not for this video. But it's still alright. Now where are we gonna put this? I would give Ride the Lightning in like things like Revelator like a slow C. But since it's still nice looking and I do like how they added that spin slash at the end, let's give it a C. And this is just a bias thing, you know. I've never really... I don't know why, actually, I've never really liked that move. Yeah, I still can't figure out why. Now for the second special, Sacred Edge. It's just a projectile, you know. It has its uses. Can you do this in the air? No. It has its uses, but as a move, it looks alright. It's just a giant, he has a regular one. How do you do this projectile? There we go. You know, he has that. It's just a beefed up version of that. Looks alright. I do like the visuals of his projectiles in Revelator a little more, but I was never a big fan of just a bigger looking projectile, unless the projectile looked cool or he did a cool thing when he threw it out, but this one's pretty standard. I'd honestly put this right, I'll give this like a low C to a low D. Yeah, I didn't like, actually, let me add an F tier. This is not an F tier, but I think it's a D. To me, this just looks like an EX move, which it's supposed to, but I don't mean that like in a good way. That's probably what I'm trying to say. And I'm probably still trying, like, saying it in a bad way, but let's just move on. Okay, now let's finish off Kai's supers with a very shocking super, literally. And I'm actually really surprised he has this. Kai Kiski has Soul Bad Guy's Dragon install, and there's low reasons for that, but let's not get into that. Let's look at this guy. It does an explosion in the beginning, which is cool. You can't do the move again when you pop it. And a nice thing is, unlike the other games, this doesn't have a timer. When you Dragon install, you'll Dragon install permanently for the round. However, you have to be in low health to Dragon install. I love the, like, that shadow effect that's happening, and every time you move it goes away. And I do like the electricity going around and the arm, like his left arm. It reminds me of Miro from Devil May Cry. One thing I do not like is his head. I don't like that hair with that glowing eye. The eye looks like that chick from Valhalla. You know, the cat girl with, she has like that weird red eye. I can't stop thinking about that every time I look at his face in this. And the hair looks like that color you can get in Guilty Gear, where like everything's black but like bright blue neon. It just looks really weird to me, and I'm not a big fan of it. It could also be because I'm just comparing this to Soul Bad Guy's Dragon install, and Soul Bad Guy's Dragon install is so goddamn cool. First of all, like the explosion that happens when he screams, and one of the best things about Soul's Dragon install is the music changes. Now, we are in training mode, and I don't know if it happens in match when the music changes, but this one's really disappointing, I'm just gonna be honest. So let's move on to May, but before we get into things first, when she moves, she used to squeak, but now she does a little piddle paddle, like she's stepping on puddles. It's still adorable, but anyways. So great Yamada attack, similar move from the previous game, the only difference is the pose she does. It's still a nice move. I like the giant wave and giant giant pink whale. It's very unique in this game standard, which takes a lot to do. It's cute. I still think a giant pink whale as a projectile is funny. It's nice, you know, it's just has a lot of character to it, and it really fits her, like, well, character. So we'll put you at high C or low B. Let's go with low B. So next up is Wonderful and Dynamic Gosh. That's pretty simple. It looks alright. It looks like one of her regular moves, but instead of a dolphin, it's a, what is that, an orca, I believe? Okay, it is a killer whale. But yeah, it just looks like a upgraded version of this. It's still alright, but you know, it's kind of cool. I'm disappointed they took away her special from the previous game, where she starts spinning her arms. I love that special a lot. I just thought it was really like cute. But with this one, let's put you at... This is definitely not better than a first one. It's alright, well I think I'll give it like a low C. It still has like that personality stuff to it. I like the whistle in the beginning and the pose, and it does have the water effect, which is nice, but everything else about it is like, it's alright. Alright, now let's move on to Axel Low with Sickle Storm. Alright, that's cool. Let's do that up close just to look at it. It's pretty alright. It's just very simple looking, and for this game's standards, that just looks weird. Because all he's doing is just making like a ring of fire, then a horizontal line of fire. It's still nice looking, but you can't really see his weapons with all the fire. I don't know, I'm just used to seeing it because it's been like his move for a while, but I've never really liked it. It's just been alright. It's something I can't really... Yeah, it's just alright. I don't know why. Maybe if like we could see the sickle and the chain a little more, because it kind of looks like he's just casting fire in a way. But we'll put you at a C. I was never a really big fan of this one. I think a low C. Or a high D. Do I think it's better than May's second one? No, I think it's... yeah, I think it's right here. Actually, let's put you right here. Yeah, I feel like that's good right there. Now let's move on to his new special called One Vision. And he starts glowing purple. Nothing too cool there. Pretty lame actually. However, if you do the move again while you're glowing purple... stop time. Now that's cool as shit. That is a really cool looking move. Having the ability to stop time is a ridiculously overpowered super that just in stories is a reason why very few characters have it, because it's really hard to write well. That being said, some of my favorite characters in stories have the ability to stop time, and stopping time is really goddamn cool. Now how it applies in this game is when you do it, the damage tacks on like that. Now, when they get hit, they freeze in that position, and I love that attention to detail. However, the biggest attention to detail that I love is how... oops, accidentally hit something with my elbow. The biggest attention to detail that I love is how everything goes black and white and the music stops. That alone pushes it up. That pushes it really high up, but with everything else, I'll give this an S. I just love how it's executed. They never really done anything with Axel's time travel powers or his hopping around powers, but I'm actually really glad they actually gave him something to do with that. He has more of that in his character, which just looks really cool. So let's move on to the ninja of the series, Chip Zanuf. Zanuf. I can never pronounce that. Alright, it's... for the ninja of the series, you're expecting ninja bullshit. It's ninja bullshit. Looks cool, he starts jumping around like a ninja, doing a bunch of ninja slashes. What do you expect? It's cool, but it's alright, you know, it's exactly what I think Chip would do. So we would put that at let's put that at a high C. Just because when I look at Chip, I'm literally expecting that, and that's what I got. So I wasn't really too thrilled about it, but I can't say anything bad about it. I'm just looking at him thinking, it's alright. Alright, now for his next super. Alright, that one's clean. Okay, so you know how I said the previous one was just ninja bullshit? This is now advanced ninja bullshit. It's exactly what I want from a ninja. Last one was what I expected. This is what I want. I want ninja clones. I want a whole lot of slashing. I want those ninja clones to do a whole lot of slashing. I want backflips. I want acrobatics. And if you look really closely, there's actually an otter that jumps in and does something. This is actually his May otter. This is actually May's otter from the previous game that throws the volleyball, and I think that's an amazing little detail, and it's adorable. But I also love at the end they all do that final hit, and let me just do it so you guys so we don't get the wall break. Look at all that, there we go, shadow clones, and the little otter, there we go. And they all talk at the same time, oh that's great. That right there, that's an A. It looks a lot better, it's like I said in the beginning, it's the first one. Yeah, that's an A. The first one right here. This is ninja bullshit. This is advanced ninja bullshit. Now, so let's move over onto Potemkin. This guy looks like an absolute unit. Ever since they changed his uniform in the past Guilty Gear, it looks great. I love this military uniform he has. I love that helmet. And just as a word of warning, I have a strong bias towards grapplers. Grapplers are cool as shit. Everything they do is cool. And they usually have the best looking specials. But let's start things off with Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Oh, wrong one. Oh, that's such a good looking one. Okay, Heavenly Potemkin Buster at first was an alright grapple move. He jumped up, went to the top of the screen, then went back down. It was alright. In Sign, they made it really cool. They put the effect where the enemy's screaming, telling, like, begging for mercy, which looks a lot better. But in this game, it just blows everything out the water. This looks so goddamn good. He grabs the enemy, the gauntlets has thrusters, goes up in the air, does that painting in the background, then comes straight down, explosions and everything, and you can easily miss it, but you can actually see the face of the character, like in the previous one, it's much faster, but you can actually see their shocked face while like they're about to go up, and it looks amazing. But this is such a good, this is so good looking. Like right there, you could see it like as a, just for like a few frames. Oh, that picture looks amazing. Look, right there, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when he's coming downwards, you can see the person going, oh god, oh lord, please help me. This is great. Absolutely beautiful. This is an S tier. That looks great. Alright, so his next super is called Gigantor Kai, and it's basically an Aegis reflector. It's cool. It's alright. It doesn't bounce projectiles back. I do like the startup in the beginning. The startup in the beginning looks absolutely amazing. Like, that's really nice looking. But besides that, it's alright. The projectile looks cool with the 4 orbs, like, circling it. That's nice, but that's about it. It's alright. But it's not that bad. It's like a mid-C. I think it's right here. It's cool, but it's just an Aegis reflector with a little bit more, like, oomph to it. Okay, so just a word of warning. Like with Potemkin, I really like grapplers. Faust is the character I play in this game, so I'm gonna have a bias towards him. But anyways, let's move on to Faust. Looking extremely different from what he did in the previous game, and literally having a darker look, like he has more shading than any other character. Let's move on to his moves. First one is called Bone Breaking Excitement. It gets weird. It's such a weird looking move. It's weird. It's really weird. So the whole startup, I don't really get, but I just love how he dives at it. He just adores it a little bit. He's like, oh, to the rescue. Pulls the wheelchair off screen, runs into them and hits them in the shin. This has a very specific thing to it. Like, I feel like someone who developed this had a bad experience with a wheelchair to the shin, so they just like vented with this, but I don't know. It just looks, it's such a specific pain that I feel like there is a small but very vocal people who know exactly what, like, how that feels. But in general, getting hit by the shin by something is painful, but that's a different topic. It's weird, really weird, but that fits Faust. Now, the obvious thing is, what is it compared to his previous special? In Sign, his special was hilarious. He did, I think it's called Concho, where he does the finger poke in the butt. It's really funny, the character's face reactions are hilarious. Now this one, the character's face reactions are like they're in pain, but each character has a different reaction, so let me just show you all of them. I like Potemkins, I like Nagos, and I like Fausts. I feel like those have the best expressions to them. I just like how Nagos and Potemkin's helmets move while Nagos just breaks, and I like how Faust has all the little guys also screaming. But where would I rate this? Well, his the one in Sign, I'd give an S tier. I feel like this one's good, but I don't like it as much as his previous one. But I still like it. I would give this an A, honestly. I feel like it just fits the character a lot. It wouldn't make sense if he had that special in this game with like how much he's changed as a character. So this fits. Alright, so for his next one I gotta explain a little bit. Faust can throw a random item out. It's RNG on what item comes out. They all do various different things. He can spend the bar to throw a whole lot of items at the same time. It's a weird move. It's not really used at all, actually. It's kind of just there for the memes. It's sweet. It's just like, it doesn't even visually look cool because it's just the same move like a whole lot of times. Honestly, I'd give this a D to an F. I love Faust, but this move was never a visual eye appeal. It's just that, you know. Now, if you have 100, which is 2 bars, you can do the motion 3 times. This is Hadouken motion, this is double Hadouken motion, and you can do a triple Hadouken motion to throw a shit ton more items. That's about it. I just wanted to mention it because it is there. Alright, let's move on to Melia, and first things first, I love the costume change, especially the hat. I feel like her hat in the previous game was really weird looking. It still has the giant license plate, but now it just looks like a regular hat, but I love the uniform she has. But anyways, first one is Winger. It's the same one she had in the previous game, has more effect to it, it looks really nice. I actually really love the design and just how it is. The visual upwards to the diagonal downwards looks clean. I'll give this one a high C. I do love how it just looks, and it has a unique angle to it because it's not a like uppercut, it's just straight up then downwards diagonal, which looks neat, which is like refreshing to see. Actually, let's give you a low B because I feel like it's better than these, but it's not like, it doesn't compete with these, but it's still nice. Next up is a projectile, Septum Voices. Okay. That is very simple, very fast, but it's actually very surprising. I did not expect this, because she usually does like let me see if she has it as a regular move. That. She basically throws that projectile like 3 times in the games. Super. It was like lame looking, but this one is like a lot better. Yeah, no, this one's a lot better. I like how instead of it being horizontal, it's vertical. Well, like how the blade is. And like I love the spinning effect, the buzzsaw sound, and how it glides across the floor. So far, this is the best looking projectile. I like this a lot more than Kai's projectile. I think it's better than Potemkin's. It just looks good. I'd give this one a high C. I don't think it's like near like these, but I do think it's better than the other ones. Yeah, I'll give it that. I still like Mei's projectile a little more with the giant whale, but that's so like different and so extra that it counts as its own thing. But as for throwing a projectile, I feel like hers is the best so far. So now let's go to Zato 1 with Amorphous. Ooh, that's the meal! Oh, whoa. Okay, I just gotta look at that one more time. Alright, so the shark is cool. I like, because in the first one he had one very similar, but it just wasn't upward shark. That looks cool. I like how the shark is just swimming on the floor in this. Like it runs towards the enemy, then comes up, and I like how it looks, because it becomes a shark, but then when it comes down, it becomes two hands. That's very cool looking. But let's talk about the very important thing. This beginning is visually orgasmic. Holy shit, that shading and whatever like random fucking bullshit he's doing with his hands, I have no idea what the hell he's doing, but whatever it is, it's cool. I really like that. That looks really amazing. He literally could have just pointed, just done like a weird pose, pointed and had the shark come and do his thing, and that would have been okay. He could have done like a scream like he does in the in Sign. That would have been cool. But he does some weird like jazz hands. I think that's an A. I'll put it right here. That's an A. Like if the after part was something different, I would give that an S. But like that beginning is just a really steep roller coaster, then it goes down. But I love that beginning a lot. Oh my god, that looks great. So next up is Sun Void. It's the ones he had in the previous games, however, he doesn't become the sword, so that looks cool. Now, a very interesting thing about this, and adds a lot to the gameplay, is wherever Zatwa the Shadow is where the sword comes from. Because it usually was he became the sword, but now he can just whip the sword out, and it just does its thing. Looks nice. It's a nice looking projectile, but that's about it. It's just alright looking. I will give you a... I don't think it's a B. I think it's somewhere... Actually... I want to give this a high D. I was never... it just looks alright. Compared to the other projectiles, I feel like they look a lot better. And in this game, the shadow is a lot more, like, animated. Like, Eddie's a lot more animated in this game, which looks nice. But that blade is just an inanimate object. Even his previous special with the shark becomes, like, two hands at the end. And that adds more, like, character. But this one's just a simple sword, so I was never really... It's a high D to a low C, but we'll keep it to a D. Alright, so next up is Ram, and I like Ram a lot. She was a great addition to Sign. I don't know why, I just really like the character design. I also love the hat. In this game, the hat became like much rounder and like just bigger. I'm always a fan of big hats. I think the hat's really cute. I also love how those two like little demon things are carrying like huge ass swords. But anyways, let's go with the first one. It's a giant ass beam. Let's look at it from a distance. It's alright. Honestly, I like her previous special a lot more. She had a very similar beam, but the two swords connect and become like a large cannon. I feel like that just looks better than each sword shooting off their own beam. I don't know, it just looks very simple. And at the beginning, it looks alright. It's... I don't know why. I just like the previous one a lot more, but I really don't want to grade it because of that. But for how it is, it's just a... It's an alright looking beam. I would say it's like right here. It's cool, but it's not... I don't know, it's just alright. It's just alright to me. Yeah, I feel like it's just a fine... It's a giant beam, which I think I would like a lot, but something about it just doesn't really... It doesn't get me going. So her next move? Yes, this does a shit ton of damage really fast. But I was never a fan of it. Like, the blades are doing like a shotgun blast explosion, but it just looks so okay. It kind of just looks like a regular move. It's kind of lame, honestly. I like her previous specials significantly more. And just as a side tangent, I do like this costume in this game. I like how she visually looks, but I very much like more in the previous Guilty Gear where she had the sharp teeth when she did moves. In this game, she doesn't have the sharp teeth. Well, that I know of, like gameplay wise, she might do it in the story, but I feel like I was robbed from my ram with sharp teeth. But that's a completely different tyrant I can go on. Like, look, I really like those sharp teeth, okay? So let's go with Leo in his first special. Really big ass projectile that looks really cool. Alright, first, let me show it again. I love the startup. I really like that startup to the zoom up to the face while spinning those blades. Those blades are really cool weapons. But the projectile he throws also just looks really cool. Get it? That projectile, it's just much bigger and spinning. That's a cool looking projectile. This is the best looking projectile I've seen. I think this is right here. Actually, I might want to put this as an A. Actually, no. Let's put this as a B. It's the best looking projectile so far. I'll actually right there. Yeah, I feel like right there is nice. I like that one. That's good. So I can't pronounce any of Leo's specials. That's why I'm not saying them. But let's get to the next one. It's Weapon X. Big fan of Wolverine. I love his Weapon X special. This looks just like it. It is great. It's a very simple move. Just a bunch of slashes ending in an X slash. But something that's really nice about it is the after effect slash and the after effect metal blades that are happening. That's some really nice detail. And honestly, that looks great. I put you... You deserve an A. That's A right there. Which A? I feel like that's a low A. It's just solid looking. I can't complain anything about it. It doesn't have any cool camera angles, but they don't need to have a cool camera angle to be a top tier looking move. It just needs to be a good follow through, to have good visual effects, and just needs to be appealing. And that does it. It's just nice, it's good, it's simple and clean. It's Wolverine's Weapon X. I can't say his entire name, I can't even pronounce it, so let's call him Nago. Really cool looking character. Vampire Samurai looks great. Sadly, I feel like he was like the replacement of Slayer, which I absolutely love Slayer, but that's for a different time. So his first special. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, it's just a slash word up. That's alright looking, you know, it's alright. Oh wait, no, we get a follow-up! Oh, that looks great! Oh! Whoa, that is oh my god! Alright, that is solid. That is extremely solid. Let me do that a little more up close. That is, okay, the beginning looks cool. That looks cool. Upwards, all those slashes, and that ending slash, that is beautiful. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of all those characters in Smash Brothers, with like all the Fire Emblem characters basically, and Cloud that have that special which just, they throw the character up in the air, slash him a bunch of times, and hit him downwards. But more specifically, this reminds me of Samurai Showdown, Genjiro, his special. It has like a similar vibe to it. It looks great, I love it. It's solid. This is S tier. Let's put you right here. Actually, yeah, let's put Potemkin at top. Let's put you, then you. That is very good looking. I actually like how the new character got a very nice looking special. That is, it's very simple. It's a very simple thing, but it looks so beautiful. So his second special can only be used in Blood Rage mode. And it's just a massively big swing. Just a huge ass swing, let me show you again. And that's not even a sword slash, it's just a baseball swing. Like you just hit someone with a metal bat. Like thump. It's cool, but it's... I don't know, I'm still in the afterglow of his first special, that this one just looks alright. It's... I'll give you... I don't know where to put this. Because it is cool, I like the blood sword, but it's still just one big swing. I don't know if I like it because it's a single slash, or I don't like it because it's a single slash. Because in one hand, it's just a fast swing that has this cool effect to it, and it just looks like you're putting all your force into this baseball swing. But on the other hand, it doesn't even look like a slash, it just looks like a baseball swing. And it's just like, it just looks alright. It reminds me of one of Hakumen's specials in Blaze Blue, but I feel like his special looked a lot better. I want to put you as a C, like a mid C, like right... Yeah, like right here. I don't think it belongs on B. I don't know why I don't like it. I feel like looking at this one, I was expecting something just as cool. Or like near as cool, but I don't know. So let's look at a new character added to this game, Giovanna. So she fuses with that dog spirit thing, she grows a tail, then she just starts doing a spinning kick. It's honestly refreshing to look at someone that does like physical, like martial arts as a move. It looks nice because previously we only really had a jam. So it's kind of refreshing to look at it, but I don't know why I don't like this one. It's just simple. No, it's actually alright when I look at it again. Yeah, it's pretty normal. That's what I would say. It's a mid B. I feel like it's better than Leo's projectile. But I feel like that's the only... I feel like it's better than Leo's projectile. But I don't think it's better than these. It's not bad looking, it's just a little underwhelming. But I feel like that's not the best word to use, because I feel like if it was underwhelming, it'll go there. But she's a martial artist, so I was expecting punching and kicking, and she just spins like a top. It's a spinning bird kick, which looks nice. I like the visual effect she does. It's... For what I was expecting, it's better. But I feel like it does go up here, because I feel like it's very refreshing compared to a lot of other specials. I don't know, maybe just because I like Giovanna. But we'll keep you right there. So next one, she can only do in the air. Okay, this one is much, much better. Alright. This is what I like. I don't know why. I just like when multiple entities are in the special, just tag teaming. This looks really good. I like this one significantly better. I think that's an A. Just because it's simple and clean. I think it's actually better than... I don't think it's better than Leo's. But I think it's better than the first one. It's just punching and kicking. But I like how they're bouncing everything off, the comboing, the dog gets in. It looks really cool. I just like that a lot. And I like how the dog helps. I just think that's really nice. Yeah, I feel that's good. I feel like that's very good. That's the most bare bones A tier move. It's just a very simple move. No flashy things are happening. Just jumping in the air, throwing punches, and throwing kicks. Actually, I don't think a single punch was... Oh yeah, I also forgot. When she has full bars, she actually turns green. This doesn't change any of her specials. It's just she's now green while she's doing it. It's been a while, but we finally got Angie back in the Guilty Gear. I love this guy. I always loved the design, his weapons. It's cool. But anyways... Oops. Oh, wrong input. Okay, so the spinning top fan is cool, the projectile, but I have no goddamn clue what the hell just happened in that beginning. That is... okay. The visuals are amazing. But whatever the hell's happening after that is just really... I have that's all I can say. I have no... It looks cool. I want to give that like a... Like an... I just love the vision. I want to give that like a B. Like a... No, I don't think it's better than that. I think it's a low B to a high C. No, I think it's a low B. It's cool. I like the visual effects. I love how it's like portrayed and how it looks. It's just I have no goddamn clue what the hell's going on in the beginning. And if I try to explain it further, I'm just gonna get myself more confused. So let's just move on. So his final special is actually a counter. So let's try to properly time this. There we go. I honestly like that. Now the moon effect, actually let me get that moon effect better for you guys. There we go. That looks really solid. It looks very fluid, and that's what I like about it. Now I don't think it's like amazing or anything. I'd honestly put this right next to Angie. Yeah, I'll put these guys like right next to each other. Because it's basically the same, it's like a very similar feeling of just, it's nice, it's cool, I like how it looks, it's just that it's just that. It's a very simple looking thing. I would say it's better than the first one because I can actually like understand what the hell's going on. But it's still nice. I love how like the, I don't know why, I think it's the fans. I think it's the fans and the, I don't know what he's wearing, what it's called. But like the sleeves are like moving very fluidly, and something about that just looks really nice in motion. I don't know why, because like with the other characters, they're moving fluid, like they're moving properly and stuff. But Angie's clothes makes his movement just look much more fluid, because there's like an after trail behind it. Like if you guys know what I mean, and I think that just looks a lot better. So I think that's right there. So let's finish things off with Ino, and first, I love her visual design. Her costume change is so nice looking. Her costume was always the same, and it was a nice looking costume, but I don't know about, it's just this one looks so much better for some reason, and I can't pinpoint why. I love the sunglasses she's wearing, like the aviators. I just like everything about it, especially the hat. The hat got bigger, and I really like hats for some reason. But let's start off with the first super, and that's Megalomania. Alright, so I didn't actually know that. If the move whiffs, this happens. Alright, that's actually really cool. But if the move hits, we get a cutscene. Or a cinematic. That's beautiful. That is so extra. Oh my god. That looks so good. Jesus, that looks great. Oh my god. So this move has some history. This move was like, it switched. It was originally one of her supers because she was a boss character in the old Guilty Gears. It became her instant kill. Then it went back to being one of her supers. And I'm talking about this one. This was like a boss only attack where it did like a shit ton of damage. Then it became an instant kill. Then it became a super again. It has a lot of history. It always looked the same, but they did. This is... So what I just showed you, I think that would be like a A. Like a mid A. But that cinematic is an S. That is a very good looking super. I don't know why. It just has so much effects to it. It has a lot of cinematic to it, and I don't know why. I have no reason why, but it just looks really nice looking. Now for the final super, it's Ultimate Fortissimo. It's the same one she had in the previous games, however in this one she does a knee upwards, then does the like giant explosion. Now if you look closely, it's actually her big hat getting even bigger, then doing like a loud sonic scream off like a microphone, like a speaker inside the hat. That looks really cool. I love the effects to it, especially if you slow it down. There's just a lot of visuals going on. I think that's an A. I think that, yeah, I think that would be a, no, I think that's a high B. Let's see. I feel like it's right here. Yeah, I feel like I'm comfortable right there. But anyways, here we are, the final tier list, and what can I say? I'm pretty comfortable with this. We do have that obvious pyramid shape going on, but we have a lot more up to S, A, and B compared to C, D, and F. And that's what I expect from Guilty Gear. This game is just very visually good looking, and even if we go up to C tier still looks very good. It's just I had to be kind of like harsh on this game because, you know, everything in this game looks beautiful. So C is still honestly really good. The only ones I didn't like would be D and F. And D tier has its reasons, and F tier is just kind of like, I just think they completely miss. But with all that being said, tell me what you guys think. What was your least favorite supers? What was your least favorite? Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Leave it all down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Rule of Cool. Tell me if you guys want to see some more mainstream fighting games or just see some other games. But like anyways, Slothcakes here. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next time and bye bye.